I do want to circle back to Drake Maye because this guy, he's the total package. And we've had this debate, seemingly all year about who should be number one. And, to me, he has everything that you want for the face of your NFL franchise, every single aspect. So, Greg, to you, as a guy that was probably relatively intimate with him and being able to be as close as you were with the program, what has he meant to North Carolina? And what exactly is, the NFL franchise, the fan base, the city, whatever, the community that takes him, what are they getting out of Drake Maye?
Well, Drake, his family is has such ties to North Carolina. I covered his brother back when Carolina won the championship in 2017. I've spoken with his father, who played quarterback at Carolina back 40 years ago now. So it's really a Carolina family, and I think that's important. And that's one of the reasons that remember he was committed to Alabama, Nick Saban.
Right.
And then Mac Brown's able to convince him to come and play at his dad's alma mater and in-state. And that was a big part of it too, being a kid from Charlotte. So all those things really worked in his favor. And Drake is just kind of a laid-back, easygoing kid who just has a passion for the game. And he's a great ambassador. And when you put all those things kind of off the field with what he can do on the field, it's just incredible. And he has all the throws. That was one of the things Phil Longo talked about. He's like, typically, you got to work with some of these guys on these different throws that they have to make. He said Drake came in being able to make all of them. So we just really had to polish him up a little bit. And there wasn't that much development that needed to take place. He had some footwork stuff he had to take care of. But for the most part, and you kind of see it, if you look at some of the PFF grades, I think he had over 70, what they term as big time throws.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous for a college quarterback to be that good. And that's one of the things about college that's tough, right? Is he spent 3 years in Carolina, 1 year he redshirted, and it's like we're just getting ready, to learn more about the kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be at the NFL level.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I remember the quarterback competition, and we were there. We were there early for Carolina that year when there was a quote unquote competition. And I remember leaving that practice, talking to coach. I said, "You have zero competition. I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, do whatever you want. What do I know? What do I know?" But ultimately, I think they kind of knew in the back of their minds, KG.
Yeah, Mac was calling. Mac was calling that for Mac, if you will, and that was pretty obvious.